Hi, I'm Karl Waizecker, Principal Broker at Kline May Realty. Thanks for joining me for another Q&A with Kline May. Today we're here at Greens and Grains Cafe in Harrisonburg, right on the corner of Port Road and Devon Lane. Our question for today is, why do I have to sign a contract with an agent just to see a house? And the answer to that has a few layers. First one is, it's been the law in Virginia for 12, almost 13 years, that when an agent and a buyer client reached a point where they were having substantive discussions about a property, there needed to be a written agreement that defined their relationship, what they were looking for, how compensation was going to work, what their duties were to each other. Recently, you've heard me talk about a national lawsuit and the National Association of Realtors settlement, which accelerated that a little bit and said we had to get a buyer's agency agreement signed before anybody would even see a house, if you're acting as a buyer agent, and there's a little bit of a nuance to that. So that rule applied to agents who belong to the Realtors Association, not agents who didn't belong to a local Realtors Association. So in Virginia, the law is going to be changed on July 1st to make it universal that whenever you go to see a house with an agent who is not the listing agent or with the listing firm, they're actually working for you, that there needs to be an agreement signed that defines that relationship. That agreement is going to include a section about compensation, and that's where people get a little nervous, because as a buyer, you're signing an agreement to work with this agent for a certain length of time and pay them a certain amount of money if and when you find a house. In reality, in our area, most of the time, that fee for the buyer's agent does not become part of the buyer's closing costs, that in one fashion or another, that expense ends up with the seller. But you're still signing an agreement saying that I'm going to compensate you and your firm if we're successful in finding a house. There was a time when agents would be showing houses to buyers and they were really working for the seller's best interest, not the buyer's. And that's how this idea of buyer representation came about. So it's really there to protect you, even though it feels a little bit strange to be asked to sign a contract with somebody that you're just meeting for the first time. A couple ways to make that more comfortable. Number one, if you're meeting an agent for the first time, meet them at their office. Talk to them about what you're actually trying to accomplish. Get to know them, let them get to know you a little bit, and see if it would make sense for you all to be working together. The second way is, there's no specific length of time that you have to sign that agreement for. You could make it just for the one house that you're looking at today, and then decide based on how things go whether you want to move forward with that agent and sign a longer term agreement. So don't be intimidated by it. It's there to protect the buyers, and it can be as limited as you would like it to be to feel comfortable. Here at Greens and Grains Cafe, they have coffee, they have salads, they have soups, and they have sandwiches. I'm trying a soup that really jumped out at me on the menu. It's Mushroom and Brie, which are two of my favorite things in the world. And that's just delicious. It really is. It's really a nice, strong Brie flavor. So if you like Brie cheese and you like that mushroom earthiness underneath it, this is really good. I will definitely get this again. If you've got a question for me or a local business you'd like me to try out, please send me an email at questions@klinemay.com. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.